Yo, what's up, guys? Bren here. So, I want to go ahead and make an update on a coin that I feel very, very, very strongly about moving into this, next phase of the meme coin cycle where we do head back to the upside and conditions do improve. I think a no-brainer coin, which is what I'm focusing on a lot here, guys, is I'm not trying to overcomplicate things. I think there's so many great projects that are quote unquote high cap. They might be 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 million, but are at an amazing sweet spot, at 50, 70, 75% discounts. So one of those no-brainer projects to me is Harambe for several reasons. Harambe has everything it takes to be a multiple 100 million, if not billion-dollar meme coin. Biggest thing is, let's start with the charts. Chart wise, Harambe is in a beautiful corrective consolidation, right? To me, I believe this corrective consolidation at some point will zoom out at some point in the future and see, you know, Harambe way higher than it is now, with this being a big base that it's in now. One example that I could use, guys, where I was looking at a chart earlier, that an example of one of these corrective consolidations that actually played out to perfection is MOG. Okay. This isn't the right one I have. Let's go ahead and look at MOG on Dex Screener. I believe that's where yeah. So MOG is just a beautiful coin without going too much into it. We're just looking strictly at the chart here. As you can see, back in this time, August of 2023, all the way until January 2024, we got a big sideways consolidation on MOG. It went down and tested this low multiple times and eventually cleared that consolidation high and went on to go absolutely insane, right? And I think we're going to see something very similar here play out on Harambe, guys. Beautiful corrective consolidation. I do think at some point here, and I'll tell you when I think that's going to happen, we are going to make another run at this all-time high. And I do think this next time that it does hit it, it's going to break and go much higher, right? If you zoom in on the lower time frames, we've been holding this low here, guys, for about 17 days. And then we made another correction back into that low to kind of form similar, like a nice little double bottom. We actually did something very similar back in April. We came up and then came down and formed a nice little double bottom. I think that's exactly that's what's happening now. And at some point between here and this low, we are going to see another leg up. And at that point, I do think Harambe does make that new all-time high. Price-wise, I could see Harambe at hundreds of millions, like I said, if not $1 billion meme coin, if things do get crazy. So I just went over the chart, very bullish. I do think it plays out similar to how MOG played out earlier this year. Now, fundamentally, what could get us there? What could be the catalyst that gets Harambe to 100, 150, $200 billion meme coin? I'm glad you asked. What's going to get Harambe to that $1 billion meme coin, if that's going to happen, right, is a few things. One, an overall bullish crypto environment, right? We need an overall crypto bullish meme coin environment, preferably the majors going up as well. That's number one. Number two, I think the biggest catalyst that's going to take Harambe up to hundreds of millions to $1 billion is if and when we get new capital entering crypto from a lot of these quote unquote normies, non-crypto native people that are kind of FOMOing into crypto. The first place they're going to go is meme coins, one. And then the first place they're going to go in meme coins is the already household meme coin names. One of them being Harambe. Harambe is one of the most famous memes of all time. It doesn't matter if you're 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. A lot of people know what Harambe is, right? Especially if you're super young people and then middle-aged people. They all know what that is. So I think that reason it's going to be where a lot of capital flows naturally. And then on top of that, I do think that the team behind it, even though Harambe kind of was a CTO, the team behind it and the kind of the people that are supporting it are still very strong. So chart wise and then fundamentally wise, I do think Harambe is in a perfect storm for something you need to keep an eye on. Everybody's sleeping on this right now. I do think Harambe is going to be one of the most no-brainer buys right now, looking back in 6 months from now. I personally am aping a ton into Harambe. I have very high conviction in this. At the very least, I do think this is going to, just back to all-time highs, you're looking at a 5 or 6x. I think this is a no-brainer 5 to 10x, possibly 20, 30x if things get very crazy, guys. So with that, I don't want to go too much into it. I kind of want to keep this into a 5-minute video, but I'm very, very, very bullish on Harambe going into the rest of the year. This is a no-brainer. Don't sleep on Harambe. I think this is one where you can ape in very, very safely at these prices. You might be looking at another 50% of downside if things get too crazy, but you're looking at 50% of downside probably for 5, 10, 15x of upside. So the risk to reward is there. And with that, guys, bullish on Harambe. I'm going to go ahead and keep churning out these market updates, keep drilling into your guys' heads to focus on these higher quality, already proven plays. That's where the sweet spot is right now, guys. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.